All right, so this is Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Aqua Level 1 Critical. I'm Christian Canyon, and we'll be playing through this.
Word.
I already messed up by not skipping the scene.
Yo.
All right, so this first fight is pretty weird. Just fighting 3 orbs of light, and it pretty much determines whether or not you're going to reset at the start of the game. It's really nice. That's one of the worst fights. Happens right here. So these orbs of light, as you see, keep on moving. If I try to combo them, it's kind of inconsistent. I'm getting pretty lucky right now. Smash that one out. So there's 3 waves, I believe. This is the second. And then still the second.
So when does this take place in the whole?
I believe it takes place approximately 10 years before Kingdom Hearts 1.
Okay.
You can see Sora and Riku in this game, they're like kids. So
Yeah.
it's like recent, but not like super far in the past.
Right. But we won't see them. We're going to skip a bunch of cuts.
We're skipping all the cutscenes.
Yeah, so we'll never see them.
All right.
We'll
so that
never
was
see.
Orb of
Oh, what a
Light.
shame.
We're going to skip a couple of cutscenes here,
As you do.
as we do.
As you
in
do.
RPG speedruns.
Yep. Except for the cutscenes where you can't skip.
Yeah. There's not many of those.
In this game.
All right.
So we got D-Link. What is D-Link?
So D-Links are sort of like drive forms in other Kingdom Hearts games. They sort of enhance your combat abilities by giving your combos different movements, and they add different moves that you can do. Like you saw me have Quick Blitz, Thunder, and Blizzard.
Right.
Ventus's D-Link gives you more quick moves, while Terra's D-Link gives you stronger moves. We don't really use D-Links too often for anything aside from movement, so that's not a feature you get to see that much in this run, because the other thing that we unlocked was the command style, and in the Aqua level 1 run, the Spellweaver command style is just miles ahead of just about any other way you can deal damage.
Right on.
With the exception of a D-Link you get near the end of the game, which only gets used for 1 fight. But you'll see that when we get there. So you can see here I'm going to switch to Terra D-Link that drops me down. And then cartwheel through and use sliding dash just to get some extra momentum and speed.
It's cool moving. It's cool tech.
A lot of times in the worlds you'll use the Terra D-Link and eventually the Mickey Mouse D-Link to get extra sliding dashes out. So it just makes things that much more faster. And
so
I missed a treasure chest. There it is.
So are you going to be building for more movement-heavy tech? Or is that not really something Aqua focuses on? Is the movement more based around just rolling?
Movement's mostly rolling and utilizing the D-Links. You don't really build any, you don't meld commands to get more movement.
Okay.
It's built in with the D-Links, so we don't have to worry about that. We just get, pure damage.
Are you trying to collect every single I guess collectible, or are you just trying to get the main
this is
ones?
just any percent. We're just trying to beat the game as quick as possible.
Okay.
That's why you skipped the cool crown thing, and I saw that, I was like, but get it.
That's a shiny
And-
thing. That means I have to pick it up.
It's like a cutscene thing for that.
Yeah, it'll
pop up.
tell you what it does.
Yeah.
Right now, we're just equipping our abilities. So here, we can go and equip 0 EXP. 0 EXP.
That's level 1.
Yeah, this is why it's level 1. The thing about level 1, making it faster than other, running critical normally, is that putting on 0 EXP gives you a big damage modifier. So we just hold it for the entire game, because you do more damage than you would just leveling up normally. So here we have our first force fight outside of the start. This is the escort mission. So we have to make sure that Jock doesn't get attacked, so we have to take out all these guys. It's possible for him to skip through everything, but my movement's not that optimized, so he's kind of just standing there waiting for me to take out all these enemies.
You have to go in the settings to do that.
Hey, Christian, we got a donation if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
All right. We have
Oh,
a
wait.
$100.
looks
We have a
sick.
$100 donation.
100?
A $100 donation
That's sick.
from
Wow.
Anonymous, although I
$100?
believe they said
Let's
who they were in
go.
chat. From Mr. Bond.
Ooh, what's
And
up, Honored?
whoever
Yo,
you might
can we get
be,
Mr.
thank you
Beast to
so
donate
much
like $1,000?
for the donation. That is
so much.
rad. And keep the donating coming. Don't be afraid to identify yourself so we can thank you. So we can thank you personally. And also make sure I'm going to put it in chat right now. To check out the donations, the incentives, the prizes that you guys can win. So make sure if you want those and you donate enough to get them, make sure you say that you want them in the donation message. All
Hey,
right.
do you want to hear a
Thanks.
funny joke?
Thanks, and
Alex.
keep donating.
Well,
All right, so here's our first boss fight. This is the Cursed Carriage, I believe. So you'll really see how powerful Spellweaver is and why it just outdamages anything else you can really do. So right now we're just building up the meter.
right. How do you build that meter?
Just by attacking and guarding. Alright, this is a bad, we don't want him to do this. As long as we don't get hit, yeah, so the Spellweaver finisher combo, the combo finisher, puts the boss in block stun. We don't really get to see much of this that often, but now that we have that, you can see the HP bar is just melting.
Yeah.
So that took out the entire HP bar really quickly.
So I remember from my casual playthrough, sometimes your different abilities you would use determine what kind of
I panicked there for a second.
form you get.
Yeah.
Are you using a specific magic to get that form, or you can just spam
Yeah.
whatever with Aqua?
So for this run, we focused mainly on getting Magnet and Thunder.
Right.
Until you get to the end of, I believe it's at the end of Dwarf Woodlands, the next stage. We don't have to worry about it because you don't unlock all the command styles at the start. So there's a fire one for using a lot of fire spells, an ice one for using a lot of ice spells. So we focus on using Magnet because that doesn't really impact it in any way. So Spellweaver is just obtained by using magic in general.
Right on.
So here, we just focus on using Magnet to build our Spellweaver up. You have to be a little bit more careful as you unlock more command styles. Like later on, there's like a second tier of command styles, so those will activate you. And you don't want to go into a second command style because obviously Spellweaver is like the strongest command style that we have available to us.
Right.
So,
I remember that from playing.
like, when we get past Radiant Garden later in the game, we're going to have to avoid using Ice Magic and Spellweaver. Otherwise, we get Blade Charge, which isn't the worst, but it's just not Spellweaver, so we don't really. Alright, this is kind of bad. So we need to get our Spellweaver maxed out here, and if I die, that'll be kind of upsetting. I've died a couple of times in practice here?
Yeah.
In this room. Alright, that was really sloppy. So we go over here. These prize pods will become very important later, and you'll see what they'll be used for.
Oh my
when we
god.
get there.
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay, I'm seeing all the items you're collecting here.
So we've gotten a lot of ice cream, which will be used.
Slurp.
Very slurp. Alright. So here we're going to do some sliding dash tech. So we're not supposed to be able to get up here. We do this. And this is going to be used for the boss fight and then for selling.
Nice.
Fission Firaga, which is a decently powerful spell.
Well, it's a gospel, so you can't underrate that in a
it's got
spirit game.
God on it.
Yeah, it's got God on it. It must be good.
Alright, so this is our next menu. We want to take out Thunder, it's not going to be useful. Poison, and Fission Firaga, adjust our commands so they're easier to work with. And we have a couple of things to go through before our next boss fight. I'm going to do some safe strats here and go for some treasure chests instead of relying on RNG later. So I'm going to do a little bit of extra stuff here. So we hit these doors to open some gates. Oh, I messed up in Air Guard instead of blocking. So it's this little puzzle. It's not super out of the way, but obviously it's not going to be optimal for an optimized speed run. But here we're going to get another item. You've noticed that I've gone for a couple of chests that had crystals in them.
Right.
And at the start of the next world, you'll see why I need to use them. So we go over here.
So that joke I was gonna say.
Right.
Scientists got tired of watching the Earth spin, so after 24 hours, they called it a day.
Nice.
Thank you. All right, here's the Spirit of the Magic Mirror boss fight. This one can be tricky, but if we keep him summoned enough, we can get into it pretty painlessly.
He's so creepy.
He moves around a lot.
I remember this boss fight. It was creepy. Isn't he also in 0.2?
I think.
Is
I know
he?
he's in Terra's story as well in this game.
I remember this boss fight being very disorienting.
In 0.2, you fight a phantom version of Aqua in this world.
Right.
All right. So
And
he's
it looks
gonna
like
do this
this,
charge. If I block it incorrectly, I just die.
Nice.
Oh my god!
Holy
Like
sugar.
that, my brain just stopped. So
Is that frame tight or is it just
no, I just
kind of weird?
was really badly mistiming that.
Okay.
You know, sometimes you just choke on stream.
It's all good.
It's all right.
It happens.
It's a marathon, man.
So it's marathon nerves.
There's
Right.
tens of people watching.
Poison. over again. 2 hits and then sliding dash.
Now he's poisoned.
All right, so he's gonna do it again. It takes a little bit longer. Oh my god, I heard it come out.
I heard it come out too.
All right, that's pretty bad.
It's all good.
Yeah,
Oh yeah?
you can.
Okay.
Oh,
I said what I needed to be said about this boss.
Okay, you just gotta hit that block.
Yeah.
All right, we have a $25 donation.
Woo!
Hype, excited for the event. All the best to the runners, and I can't wait to see all the great talent. May all of them body the game in a great fashion, and bless RNG. Donating for using the donation codes, which is awesome. Code C3 and the Scott Pilgrim print from Gabe. Thank you, Gabe. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
let's
Gabe.
go.
All right, this is a much better turnout.
This is what I remember.
So I cannot find him. He should be smiling somewhere. There he is.
Smiling. Okay. I never would have noticed that.
Just keep going on forever and ever and ever.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to do that block again, or is that phase kind of over?
Oh my god, I missed. Oh my god,
That's not good.
that is really bad.
We can't get close to him and make it work. Oh, you gotta get the block again. So you don't have to be facing him to get that block. Block, but it's like more like a barrier.
Yeah, barrier lends itself towards just as long as you are blocking, it blocks all around.
Right on.
All right, so this should be the end of the fight. And there we go.
Nice.
Really
Well done.
awkward magic mirror fight.
There we go.
But we got through it. It was a poor reaction to a lot of stuff that happened. That's all right.
It's all good.
Someone's dead.
What are you gonna
but
do,
we're just gonna
reset?
skip through that.
What am I gonna do? Reset in the marathon 11 minutes in? All right. That's Dwarf Woodlands. Next stage we got is Enchanted Dominion, which is Maleficent, and I guess Sleeping Beauty.
So,
She's a character.
is this the Kingdom Hearts game that focuses a lot on revenge values with bosses?
Nah,
No?
you don't really
Okay.
see that much. These aren't the kinds of bosses that like had that kind of mechanic in Kingdom Hearts, like previous Kingdom Hearts games. But the few humanoid bosses you'll see don't particularly like to play nice.
Yeah, I remember from playing this game on standard, getting my ass handed to me countless times.
Yeah, a lot of bosses like to just break out of combos or just attack you while you're comboing them.
And as a filthy expresser, that frustrates me.
A filthy expressor. Yeah. All right, so now we sell our Fission Firaga and our Blizzard, and go back to shopping for 3 Thunder commands and 4 Magnet commands. So these are going to be carried through us, carrying us through the rest of the run pretty much. Maybe not in their base form, but eventually they'll be melded into something stronger. All right, so in this next room, I have some tech that I learned yesterday that I'm going to attempt to pull off. So here we need to get a chest.
Nice.
And we get over to this chest here, and if I land and then get hit, I will be upset. Woo! All right, we're good.
This
We're
thing's
good.
like one shot you.
Those can, if there's like 3 of them surrounding you, you die in 3 hits. So
Oh.
you don't want to get hit by 3 of them surrounding
Oh, so that's
you.
just
Right on.
Yeah, we're at the point right now. We've been at the point where one-shotting is very common.
Oh my
I'll just
god.
do that just to save myself. I don't want to get hit by anything. Thankfully, Magnet will gather everything in. And we get Spellweaver out of here, and
Nice.
that's that fight.
Oh, nice.
Pretty nice Sagoon fight, not too bad. We got the Spellweaver, we ended it with Spellweaver.
Goons?
They're called Maleficent's Goons.
Goonies.
Unironically,
That's a
it's
good
the Goons
movie.
fight. And now we go through 2 rooms, and then we have another forced fight. Alright. So, this is a very long fight. So, if I die anywhere, I come back to this point here.
I think I remember you doing this last year as Ventus?
I think he might have had a similar force fight with a bunch of goons, but I think his was in the room we were in before, in the circular
Yeah.
room. Here, it's a lot of spawns, and any of them are privy to one-shot me if I'm not paying attention.
What's the hitbox like on Magnet?
Magnet's hitbox is pretty lenient. Oh,
Looks deceptively large.
yeah, it's deceptively large, and it'll get larger once we get Magnera.
Which we're working on right now, I guess,
Yes.
with
That's got half of your health already.
Yep. Ooh, that's scary.
and you don't have cure equipped,
We do not get cure equipped.
and
for
I don't
most
see
of
any
the run.
items on your action
No.
bar there, the command list.
We this is what we run with. The
High
only
stakes,
way you
man.
can really restore your health is by picking up HP drops, or just by doing D-links. And you can't use D-links when you have a party member. I could have sliding dashed to get up here faster, but there weren't the enemies up here, so I didn't have anything to lock onto. So we just do it normally.
Is there any way to manipulate that spawn?
Just making sure that you don't kill it in the first place. I believe. Now here's another spawn of 4. So we get back into. Woo!
That was scary.
That was scary. I have enough HP to live through it, but I just don't want to risk getting hit. We're in the second half of this fight, so I just don't want to risk anything hitting me.
What's Prince Charming doing for you right now?
Prince Charming,
Looks like a whole lot of nothing.
more often than not, actually does some pretty good damage.
Really?
It's just right now, this run, he's not doing too much. Right now, though. All right. So
What is that square prompt?
that square prompt was, oh my god. So he's supposed to lift you up so that you can break the terrain and get up. But I missed the prompt because the enemy was walking towards him, so I have to do 1 extra wave.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. All right. Well,
Ooh,
it's killed
okay,
me the
nice.
extra stuff to making sure that my magnet levels up. All right. It's a pretty shoddy goons escape, but I mean, I didn't die, so it's not that bad. It could have been like
Could
2
have
deaths
been
against
worse.
Magic Mirror bad, but magnet leveled up.
Sometimes not dying is all we can ask for.
Honestly, after what happened earlier, I'll take it. We also can't skip this cutscene. It's like the one cutscene
Every
you
now
can't
and
skip. All right, so now we have to go down the hill and go through 2 rooms, and we'll get to the final boss of this world.
So you got high jump there. Are you
Yes.
going to be equipping that later?
Yes, we will be equipping high jump. It helps us a lot for just letting us make jumps earlier than we should be able to.
Right.
Without it equipped, so it just saves those few seconds.
She must be very dizzy at the end of this.
With all these cartwheels, yeah.
Some sort of, head trauma at the end of this.
I always think of that with all these video game characters. 'cause
The
in my-
dodge rolls.
Dodge rolls, like in my run FF15, the fastest way to move around is jumping. That's a lot of energy you're
That's a lot
expending.
of legwork.
And there is a stamina bar in that game for sprinting, but not jumping.
All right, so here we're gonna
It's like
melt
with
some commands.
Link and Skyward Sword.
Yeah, like that. All right, so what are we doing here?
We're using all the crystals that we pulled, or at least all the fleeting crystals that we found.
We got magic haste.
So we get Magic Haste, which is going to make our commands charge significantly faster. And you'll see how that'll help.
Now this is also kind of the basis of magic creation and stat building in the other runs too, correct? Just
Yes.
stacking magic haste.
Yes, Magic Haste is just because of how powerful magic is, and I'm doing something a little different here by equipping Blizzard, just 'cause I don't want to accidentally get Thunderbolt in the middle of this next boss fight. And we get High Jump. So the next boss fight is going to be Dragon Maleficent.
Is this anything like the KH1 fight?
No, it's a lot different, and it's just as exploitable.
Really?
So you'll see that immediately what I go for. I don't want to be too close to the back foot, otherwise I can take damage.
Kind of kick you back, or is she stomping around
It's
like
just a
that?
stomping, yeah.
You won't barely notice that.
Yeah.
Jeez. That doesn't look like it's supposed to do damage. So this is kind of a sweet spot where she can't hit you,
Yes, and now that we have that, we can use Spellweaver,
and just drain her.
and she requires 2 Spellweavers actually.
Oh, okay. A lot of health.
So the tricky part here is making sure that I get enough, I fill this up fast enough, because if I don't, I could have done it here, but I want to be safe. It's possible for her to fly out before you can Spellweaver. I just want to play it safe because usually I miss it.
Right.
So I just didn't want to waste extra time.
Nash is just gonna
So my
charge
meter's
right at
training
you.
butt here. Come
This
on.
is just kind of.
Ooh! And now we get Spellweaver.
Oh, nice. You just on her
Finish her
back.
off, yeah.
Oh, nice.
So you can damage her on her back.
That's a good safety
The
strat.
Spellweaver almost emptied out, which would have been really bad, but thankfully it just had enough for us to work it.
That's all that you need.
As long as it worked. All right, so that's the first 3 set of worlds, and now we're
reset.
gonna, before we get our next set of Disney worlds, we gotta take a pit stop in Radiant Garden. We got 2 big boss fights there and 1 forced fight, not in that order. So you'll see. Boss fights aren't too bad. They are very dangerous compared to some of the other ones we just did. At least one of them is. So now we're here, and we want to unequip our blizzards because we just need it for the fight, and put these thunders back on. And high jump lets us jump over that without having to grab the ledge. High jump's broken. All right. So what we need to do here first is to make sure thunder level's up. So we need to kill a certain amount of enemies. I'm going to be safe and kill more than I need to, just because I don't want to have to go back and kill extra things. So it's 2 of those. You're supposed to kill 5 of those little unversed, but I'm going to make sure I kill a little bit more than that, just because. Alright, that should be good for now. And then we go over here, pick up 1 last fleeting crystal chest. This is the last crystal I believe we need to pick up for the rest of the run.
Really? Last one for the whole run.
Yes, we pick up 4 fleeting crystals, a wellspring crystal, and a pulsing crystal.
Right. And how long is this run supposed to take?
1 hour.
Okay.
So
It's not bad for about a third in.
Nah. So we take a couple of waves. The second wave is kind of scary here because each of them charge these projectiles that do half your damage. So I just want to watch out and make sure I don't get caught by those. So I'm trying to not be. We got Thunderbolt. It's not too big of a deal here. Ow. Oh my god. So the Magnera range is bigger, but it's still not big enough to catch everything by standing in the center.
Right.
So it's a shame that I got hit by that. We'll try that again. Maybe that can be useful.
That was useful.
All right, so where's the other one first? Oh, he just went
It's
underground.
hiding.
As these things do. Go over here.
That's better. Do you have last chance?
You get second chance and 1 more later in the run. Yeah.
Right on. So before, you just happened to not die 1 hit.
Yes.
Be left with what looked like 1 health.
Yeah, I got hit just enough time to not die.
Magic looking very, very strong.
Magic is very strong, and Magic will continue to be this strong.
Yeah, and Magnera's range is huge.
Magnera's
Way
range-
bigger than the animation.
It's a lot bigger. It's significantly better than Magnet, and we're going to use Magnera for a good chunk of the rest of the run now, until we fuse it off into Magnega. So now we have to go back here because the test wasn't here earlier, I believe, and we have to pick up Mind Square, and that's going to be used for a lot of the next fights too. So first off, we want to merge these 2 thunders with our fleeting crystal. It's Thundara. Now we have Thundara, Thundara, and the Mind Square. And now we also have the Mickey D-Link, which gives us a lot more mobility than the Terra D-Link, for reasons that you will see here. The Terra D-Link has 1 sliding dash, but the Mickey sliding dash,
I see, that's 2.
or D-Link, has 2.
Nice.
So we do that, and we fight the Trinity Armor. It's the only other fight in the game where you fight alongside Terra and Ventus, and if I don't pay attention, I will die in 1 hit.
Cool.
I have to be paying hardcore not attention and also just be really unlucky for certain parts. So what we do, hit Thunder a couple times. I messed up, acted. Oh, this is bad.
Wipe it up.
It's fine.
You can come back from this.
Yeah. Let me just.
You want Spellweaver, I assume?
I want Spellweaver.
Right, not that. Match. That was just phase 1, right?
Yeah, it was phase 1. So this thing will, once this dies, he does a lot of, he'll do some pretty strong attacks that I don't want him doing. Or that he has to do, but these will one-shot me. If any of these lasers hit me, or certain lasers, I don't know, sometimes they don't kill you, sometimes they one-shot you. So you have to be careful with that. So we'll Spellweaver under him. If you get hit by this laser, it's a one-shot. So you just do this for the rest of it.
Oh, it's so scary. Nice,
we
well
go.
done.
I've never done it in that order because I've never accidentally procced Thunderbolt before. I didn't have my command set up correctly.
So would you say this has never happened before?
I guess technically no, but it's not in the bad way.
Thought you would get the moment.
So now we go to the center of town for the most cathartic boss fight in the series. For any of you who have played Birth by Sleep, you know that Vanitas is probably one of the worst bosses to fight in the main story. He's just obnoxious and teleports everywhere.
Yep.
Every time you try to hit him, he's just like, too slow, predictable. But this next fight we have against him, or this first fight that we have in the story, he is susceptible to some status ailments that he's not susceptible in later fights. So you can see this incredible boss fight and how we get to
slow.
handle it.
This is the first of how many times you're gonna fight Vanitas? Twice?
3,
3.
or I guess 2 technically, but it's basically 3. All right, so we get a cutscene here, and then we get this boss fight, which, so we don't want to get into Blade Charge here. That's the biggest thing. So we need to time our commands carefully. So Magic Haste is going to help with that. So round start.
You get hit by magnet? That looks so
Just
funny.
beat him in the air.
Vanitas, Vanitas.
That scene, I can't talk about it. Actually. I'm not going to talk about it. I'll wait for the Kingdom Hearts 3
No
run.
spoilers.
No spoilers.
Although I do think you skipped that cutscene.
We do skip it, probably. If I mistime a magnet, I die, by the way.
Oh,
Or I don't die, but it's a lot more dangerous. I've missed it in practice before, like recently, and every time it happens, I'm like, oh my god, this is really bad. So we want to wait.
Doesn't even
until
get a
he's-
chance.
Yeah, basically. Once he gets to about 75% HP, is when I feel safe doing this. So, Chimera, one more Thunder, and then another Magnet, and then we just double with him. Keeping him spinning while I spin in the reverse direction,
nice.
and that's Vanitas. The
That-
Vanitas fight will never be as easy as that.
That is a fun strat.
Yeah. In the Ventus route, you also get to just put him to sleep while you watch Mickey wail on him.
That's right. I remember that from last year.
Yeah. So,
They don't have Balloon in it too?
no.
Balloon is Dream Drop.
Balloon is dream drop distance.
Right on.
All right, so now we get the next set of 3 worlds. We have Olympus Coliseum, we have Deep
Hercules.
Space, and we have Disney Town.
Oh my, Balloon's so broken.
So, Balloon was broken. We're not actually gonna finish Deep Space. We're gonna go through all until we get to the boss fight and then teleport out. And we're gonna do the same thing in Olympus. So, there's a reason for that, and you'll see it once we get to Disney Town. So we just gotta clear out like 3 fights in this world, a couple of fights in the next world, and we're gonna really go ham. We'll be in the last stretch soon.
Is the reason you go to Disney Town last for the Fabricadabra?
For what?
The Fabricadabra?
Yes, for the Fabricadabras, which you'll see what they do soon. Fabricadabras. Actually, the ice cream that we get in general in Disney Town are just really good because when you get them, they will allow you to instantly enter Spellweaver mode instead of having to cast spells. So
Oh my god.
that's why we beat these first 2 worlds we go through these 2 worlds without doing the bosses, because doing the bosses and being able to instantly do Spellweaver is better than not being able to do Spellweaver.
Yeah, I can see that.
Right. So now we're gonna go into what is probably the worst fight in the game.
This Stitch.
No. It is an outscore fight in your glider, and we're gonna have to rev up our gotchas and our take backs. It is quite possibly the worst minute to 2 minutes of my life.
You have to play the ice cream mini game when you get to the town.
Yes, we have time for the donation.
All right, we have a $36 donation.
36. That's
Just a good luck donation for starters. Not that it looks like you're going to need it, from the family McVeigh. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for the donation. It's very kind. Keep on donating, people. Keep them coming.
Thank you. So right now, this battle, we had to take care of all of these unversed. These unversed are very likely to kill you very quickly. So the reason why we sit in this corner is so that we can't get blindsided from the back because we're sitting against the wall. So this is just hoping that they come towards you. Whenever they start spiraling towards you, they're more prone to being knocked up in the air. So we just knock them up in the air and hope that they don't hit us. If they have to be hit a couple of times first before they get knocked up, so if we don't notice fast enough, then you can get hit. Like that almost hit me.
Yo.
Gotcha, and take that.
He is really giving them the gotchas and take that. You were not kidding.
I am giving them the gotcha and to take that.
Gotcha.
She doesn't even take a break. It's one or the other.
Oh lord, that's
Oh,
a lot
no.
of damage. The good thing is that whenever you pick up a health capsule here, they do a full HP. No matter what your HP is at, they fully heal you. So I at least don't have to worry about like collecting a bunch of them. As long as I've taken out an unversed recently, I should be able to fly towards it. Unless I get like awkwardly pinned against the wall and get hit 3 times in a row.
She rarely says gotcha now.
Yeah.
Alright.
You were just spamming it.
Alright,
That's very
awkward.
evasive.
Wait, where? I did not see this. That was probably one of the faster glider fights I've had. I've had this take like upwards of like 3 minutes before.
Oh my god.
Just because they didn't want to come towards me. So this is a pretty good outcome.
Run into my gun.
I think. What?
What did you get there?
I got air slide, which we don't really need to equip.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, we don't really need the aerial movement. These things are really scary, and if they get close to me, they start to glow blue, and if 3 of them get near me and do that, I just die.
These things.
So I'm gonna spell Weaver for safety. Yeah, they do that. And I think I can kill them. Ooh, get out of here. Using Keyblade combos and Birth by Sleep!
Oh no!
Alright.
They look harmless.
So we had to
but they're
clear that
not.
out because otherwise we wouldn't be able to activate the transporter.
Right.
But now that we're here, we have one more force fight to go through, and then we can leave deep space. And then we come back to deep space immediately. And then we leave it. For reasons that you will see when we get there. Alright, so this one, another magnet. Oh, what?
This is
That
scary.
was awkward. This happened to me once before.
Do we want Thunderbolt here?
It's not too big of a deal. We don't really use the command style here because of the way it works. They just end up getting magnet thundered.
Okay, so it doesn't really matter.
No, it's not that big of a deal.
Thunderbolt doesn't increase thunder damage, it just does
It just
thunder combos.
makes you do thunder combos, yeah.
Okay.
It's not super interesting. It's out of the other command styles, it definitely can do some decent damage. It's not Diamond Dust, the ice version that does like 4 hits of no damage. So you can make do with it if you get it sometimes, but
About to yeet out of there.
oh wait, we gotta go to the Turo transporter.
I did not know that about Diamond Dust. That's really sad, because I
Yeah.
really liked it. It looked really cool.
In a normal run on not critical, it's probably fine, but on critical, just because of the way the damage multiplier works, multi-hit things are just that much better. So we're
Oh,
just
now we
gonna
get
farm
the-
some more ice cream.
I get the ice cream.
I'm gonna be safe with this, just in case my run goes incredibly poorly and I like game over a lot. Safety strats. All right, so that's it for deep space for now. We're gonna make our moves now to Olympus Coliseum.
Now, what's up with the iframes on her roll? Does she have any
She has a lot of iframes.
Okay.
You cannot be hit during it.
at all?
The lower levels, by the end frames, have some lag, but has some vulnerable frames. But the farther you get into the game, the higher level you get for cartwheel. And once it's at max level, there's full iframes.
Okay. It really feels like you're set up to succeed here with the
Yeah,
iframes and how you're building.
it's really hard to mess up unless like bosses just have like, there's some bosses that are just really annoying with like their patterns, and that's really the only way that you can get messed up, is like by getting bad RNG on bosses. Like heartless fights shouldn't be a problem. Where is the last one? Hitting the R1 button. I see you.
I heard him.
Oh. Unnecessary Spellweaver, but
What are you gonna do?
those floods, they just like to hide in the ground and get out of the way. All right. So before we actually do the set of forced fights in the Coliseum, I mix up the words Coliseum and competition. Compasium.
Compasium.
So we go over here, another set of ice creams. Gonna get a couple of extra here. Alright, that's probably good enough. So now we have to do 10 rounds of fights that if I die I have to restart. But you know, they're not that bad. It's just the same old Magnet Thunder, Magnet Thunder. So we'll do this and then we're gonna go do our last shopping.
Whenever I see that like character, like the half goat, the guy,
Phil?
yeah,
Danny DeVito?
yeah. Wait, that is actually Danny DeVito.
In the movie, it is.
In the movie.
In the games, in Kingdom Hearts, it's a sound alike.
Yeah.
That's why I always hear Danny DeVito, especially Trash Man. I look at him, I just think of, I'm Trash Man. Funny.
So these are all also timed fights, so it's not that big of a deal. We never really run out of time. But it's just there, and it always makes me worry a little bit. So every fight that we're gonna see here is gonna be the same of Cartwheel, Magnet, Thunder, Thunder. Or 2 magnets. Ooh!
Spicy.
Excuse me?
Did not appreciate that.
He's a little sassy. Now, does
How
the game give
dare
you your health back after each round, or you're just kind
No.
of...
But you get health orbs from enemies.
Right. Your health's so low, I guess it just
Yeah.
fills up like that, right?
Yeah, it just fills up really fast anyway.
Uh-huh.
My Magnera's leveled up.
Does that mean you can get Magnega?
Magnega, yes.
Okay.
This is the scariest fight, probably. But we didn't get hit, so it's fine. It's really scary because there's 3 of those guys, and 3 of those things will kill you if all projectiles hit you. All right.
What's your PB in this category?
My PB is 53:29, I think.
All right. And what is your predicted time as of right now?
As of right now, looking at the timer, probably in the higher 50s, like 57, 58.
Okay. Oh, you lost that much time from dying like that.
Yeah,
That's a bummer.
it is a bummer.
But you were showcasing everything that's cool about the game, so.
Yeah. All right, so now
That's a lot of things.
it is a lot of things, but this is also a Spellweaver.
You're getting one shot.
So we won the Coliseum tournament or something. We're to the semifinals, and then we leave. So we go back into the gates, and we go on a shopping spree. So we're gonna sell both Thundaras because we now have Magic Haste. We're gonna sell Ice Barrage because we don't need it anymore, and we're gonna buy a Cure, Suna, 3 Ignites, and Barrier. And we're not going to do anything with that just yet. We are going to go to Disney Town, which, just like Ben mentioned, is where we get our Fabricadabras. And that's when we menu and do some melding. And play the world's greatest minigame.
Is this the ice cream one?
It is not the ice cream
Say
one.
it's significantly better than the other 2 minigames.
So we got 66 Fabricadabras, and you'll see what those do very soon.
Is this the rhythm game one?
No,
Okay, that one I had trouble on with my right hand, and then I switched to my left hand.
because it's not
And I
a
can do it.
rhythm game.
So Magnero with Wellspring
It
Crystal gives
doesn't
us
stick
once
to the
more.
beat.
And then Asuna with Barrier gives us, or with Pulsing Crystal gives us second chance. So now we
nice.
can always take at least 1 hit. We do Fabricadabra, 2 Fabricadabras, and then we set up for the next boss fight. So Poison, Ignite, 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 Magnega for the once more, and Sliding Dash for the movement. Oh, I've almost done I've done this too many times where I forget to equip
Yeah, I
Renewal
was about
Barrier.
to say.
And now we go to Yo, do we got any fans of Haikyuu in the chat?
Me. Oh my god, yeah, I forgot about this. Oh my
All right.
god.
So we got to play some volleyball.
This was so hard.
This is the worst 3 minutes that I'm forced into of my life.
This is so hard.
I thought it was hard at first, but then I figured out how it works. And I'm like, oh wait, this is easy.
I just
You
matched
set to
time.
yourself.
What is the goal of?
What is the what?
Yeah. Oh, you have to knock it.
You have to knock it
toward-
into the goal.
Yeah. Why are we doing this?
Because these boots are terrorizing the fruit ball court, so I need to beat them to show them their place.
And that's part of the 90% route?
That is part of the
You
ending.
just have to do it?
You have to finish Disney Town. And every character has a different minigame that they have to play.
Right.
Aqua's is fruit ball, Zen's is the ice cream, and Terra's is racing. You have to play bootleg Mario Kart.
God, the racing's so bad too. All these video games suck so bad.
They're pretty bad.
They're all so bad. Rhythm game one's not too bad. I just got very perplexed that I couldn't do it with my right hand.
But you could
on
with
the
your
right side of
left.
the controller. Yeah, and then when I switched to my left, I felt like I was going insane.
That's just strange.
Yeah, I just couldn't do it.
The rhythm game's terrible for flat because you have to get an excellent on everything.
Oh yeah, for the ice cream.
Yeah.
You don't have to get an excellent, you just have to not be bad. I think you have to get a great, which is like, I think it was like 400, I forget what the score threshold is. It's been like a year since I played that game. That story.
Haven't you guys like been to Disneyland, Florida? Or, like,
I have been there once.
Yeah, when I was like,
It's a cool place.
I've been to Disneyland a lot in California.
do you guys remember the character cottages that used to be in Disneyland, Florida?
In Toontown?
Toontown.
It was in like the main park of Disney.
Well, you get to meet the characters? You
Yeah,
get to
they
play
all
Line
have
Up?
their own little houses and you
Yeah.
go in there. That was used to be my favorite
Yeah.
thing to go to. That and the Buzz Lightyear
If
ride.
they had a place like that still, I hope I could see Sora there.
If only.
They took it out. I
There's
don't
a
know
scary
why.
like person in a Sora mascot
yeah,
costume.
from like when KH1 launched.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I want
terrifying.
to see that again.
And he holds the Keyblade in a weird way to not make it look like a weapon.
Disney. Very good town.
Yeah, they have sort of like character. They have literally the characters' houses in Toontown in Disneyland. They look just like this. And I tried to visit Goofy and I could not find him. I was very
Well,
disappointed.
they-
I
He was
wanted to take
busy
a
helping
picture.
Sora out.
I went to Donald's house. He wasn't home.
We should
He
be
was busy
safe
in the
from
Navy.
the ice storm.
I saw Michael Mouse.
Michael Mouse.
Okay.
Michael
Yeah.
Mouse.
Michael Mouse.
Yeah,
That's what Mickey stands for.
yeah, it's short for Michael. Just like bike is short for Michael.
Yeah, Mike is short for Michael.
Bill is short for Billiam. That was one of my favorites.
That one's easy.
And I get 40 points.
It is not.
Do you need 40 points?
No,
Oh, thank God.
it's just a meme. All right.
And that, what did you need there? At least like
You needed to just win.
just win.
Yeah.
And you won, right?
And I won pretty hard. I think
Okay,
it was
I
like
didn't see their score.
It was
Oh, there it
6.
is. 6. Okay.
6 to 39. It was pretty
Pretty
close.
lopsided. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So now we go back to deep space, go to the control room, and we're basically going to do 6 boss fights in a row, and then the game's going to be over.
Okay. It looks like resident mod Matt McGowan found a picture of the Sora costume in the chat.
Thanks, McGowan. I'm sad.
I'm so glad I can't see it.
We can appreciate.
I'm also
feel
glad that
We
I don't
can-
have to burn my eyes with that right now.
We can appreciate the prospect of it.
Yeah, you can just kind of imagine what a character costume of Sora looks like. It's not good.
All right. So here's the first boss fight that we get to do with Fabricadabras. But what I wanted, so we're gonna pop 2 Fabricadabras. This fight's kind of scary because of how he attacks you.
He just busts out a.
So he pulls out a gun on you.
Dude, it's just like that episode of
So we
Pokemon.
poison him first to get some extra damage,
And then spell
and
it.
he can run out of that, which is kind of annoying.
What is Ignite doing for you here?
Ignite, nothing in this one. I just accidentally used it.
Okay. What
right.
does it normally do?
Normally, poison mist. So normally Ignite is a frame 1 that homes in on whatever you're targeting. So it guarantees that you're going to hit your target with Ignite and it just does a damage over time. It can't kill, but it does a lot of damage.
Right.
Poison is similar, but it doesn't hit anywhere on the field. You have to be close for poison to work, which is why I whiffed it earlier. So that was pretty easy. He didn't hit me. It's always scary when you get hit by Gontu. Stitch also didn't help too much.
Stitch was kind of like, yo, I'm gonna.
He was kind of just bouncing around.
Being cute, you know.
I'll get back to you
So
when you
cute.
have a movie.
All right,
And
so
then
now
just
we get
get
to
out of there.
our next two boss fights in Olympus. The first one is going to be against Zack. So here
I saw
we'll
that
begin.
too, right? I wasn't.
And the
listening.
fight after Zack is probably the bane of my existence.
What? And that would be?
Hades and the Ice Titan.
Feel the heat.
Yeah, gonna make me feel the heat and say that he's on fire.
Speaking of iframes, I mentioned this earlier about the roll.
Yeah,
Do you have iframes on anything else? On Spellweaver, maybe?
Spellweaver, yes.
On the finishing combo, right?
On the whole thing.
Whole
oh,
thing.
I messed up. The whole Spellweaver you're invincible for.
So this.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're gonna use some Fabras again. We're gonna ignite him again, and get him to do a
So
jumping
he's
attack.
taking like a damage over time effect.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, that's weird. He didn't do any jumping slash attacks, which is usually what you want to do, is that when he's about to hit you with the jumping slash, you use the iframes of Spellweaver to just combo him immediately, but he never really came to me with it, so we just deal with it.
Right.
All right, so now we have to deal with,
Poor Zach.
he was
Oh,
upset, he
Zach.
lost. All
Poor
right,
Zach.
this
Oh,
fight
Loser.
is my least favorite fight in the game.
It's very lost.
So you have to fight
Oh
both
my god.
Hades and the Ice Titan.
Leg boy.
The trick here is to make sure that Spellweaver hits both of them. So you have to manipulate Hades to stand next to the Ice Titan if he doesn't already by
Just
using
move it
Ignite.
away.
So
I think it
Ignite,
hurt.
So you're waiting?
I'm gonna Ignite again. He moves every time you do it, so now he's moving in closer.
That was pretty good to me.
So now you see that we're hitting both the Ice Titan and Hades.
Oh, he gets juggled by this. Okay. Can he break out of that at all?
He cannot break out of it. Once
Okay.
he's caught by Spellweaver, he cannot fall out. And now we want to move him again.
This looks very finicky.
This is very finicky. Sometimes he'll just move back and forth in the same spot over and over again. This is bad. He might DM now. Ice Titan, I think, is dead.
What is DM?
Desperation move. All right. He didn't use Desperation move, which what he does, he turns red and starts spraying fire in both sides, and he'll do that for a good 10, 15 seconds, and he's invincible through it all. And then
Nice.
when he's done, he just stands still and you still can't hit him. So the timing on that's weird, so we avoided that, so I didn't have to deal with the time loss. What's up? So now that's Olympus, and now we're gonna play Walk in a Circle Simulator.
Oh yes, Neverland.
So Neverland is exactly one singular fight.
Forever.
Hook, I think?
Nope,
Not Hook.
Crocodile.
not Hook. So what it is gonna be, we'll see when we go into one entire big circle.
Okay.
So we're just gonna use some sliding dash movement here.
So you don't use any air dashing for
We
movement.
don't need to use any air
So
dashing.
this is faster?
It's fast. It's faster to just cartwheel.
Okay.
Because air slide doesn't give you a lot of distance until it's at max level, and we don't have the time to get it to max level.
Right.
Also, when you sliding dash, if you hit something mid-dash, you can cancel it out with a cartwheel, which you saw me do earlier, but not that one.
Kind of whip there, right?
Yeah, if you whiff it, you have to wait for the animation. But if you hit, it just saves a few more milliseconds.
Yeah. Frames.
It's frames, yeah.
Frame save. Sometimes that matters.
It does.
Also, it feels good to hit.
It does feel good to hit. All right, so we're just doing some jumping segments now. All right, so now we go up here. We get up here. We have a few more platforms to jump through. I missed it. I messed up, guys. I almost like super messed it up. That would have been like really bad.
That would have been
But it's
so
fine.
sad.
All right, so now we're almost back at where we started. So we're back at the gully, which is where we started from. Before we do this, we are going to change our deck. We're going to put on Mind Square, and we're going to put on Cure. The first time we put on Cure ever.
Oh.
All right, so now we get to the only boss of Neverland, which is Vanitas for the second time.
Oh, look at that.
And we have to learn how to count to 10. Let's see how many times I have to cast Ignite. So first we activate our Fabras. He dodged it, so that doesn't count. 1. Not 1, not 2. Not 2.
My God, does he do this a lot usually?
Yes. 2. Not 3. Not 3. Not 3.
Jesus.
3. Oh God.
That was very scary. You have a cure? Yeah. Ooh, got you again.
He doesn't do that twice in a row usually. All right, renewal barrier is helpful. 4, 5,
5.
6, 7. Sometimes the RNG is nice. 8, 9. We did it.
Oh, and now you just.
And now he does
Okay.
that. Oh my God. Oh, that's bad.
Uh-oh.
Here's how we solve it. Come at me.
Oh my
So
God.
the reason why we do Mind Squares, just in case he lives, Mind Squares is guaranteed to hit. He still hit me.
He did. Oh my God.
Mind Square is guaranteed to hit Vanitas no matter what he does. So placing that down, just in case he has like a little bit of HP left, will help finish him off.
Just like that.
Yes. All right, so we're now going into our last 2 boss fights. We have to go to the Mysterious Tower first, but then we will be near the end of the game. All right, so that's Neverland, and inexplicably, because we skipped all the cutscenes, we are over here. So we are gonna go over here. This run is very baffling now that as I'm thinking about it at the end, I died so many times at the beginning, and now it's like, I get all these fights that like give me trouble in runs, and I just like plow through them.
It's a marathon classic, dude.
It is a marathon classic.
You screw up the easy stuff and nail the hard stuff.
Yeah. All right, guys, so we're heading on to the last world now.
Wait, did you already beat it?
No, we're heading to the last world now, which is the Keyblade Graveyard. If you watched The Secret Ending to Kingdom Hearts 2, this is where it takes place. I say, knowing full well that Kingdom Hearts 3 has come out, and most people know what the Keyblade Graveyard is.
No spoilers.
All right. So we're here, and it's going to be a lot of cartwheeling. The chances of me messing up the cartwheeling section in the next room is like mild, and if I do, I don't really have a response to what I'll like feel, but it'll feel pretty bad. All right. So here in the Twister Trench, there's a bunch of twisters, and if they collide with you, you are forced into a very long, very scripted fight, lengthy fight. So we kind of just drift through these because only one tornado can be following you at a time, and they have really slow startup.
Really?
Yeah, so that's how we play through it, and we didn't get hit.
I think it's just a tedious fight that takes away from
I would
the
get hit by all of those. It's
Yeah.
super obnoxious.
On a casual playthrough, it's like, no one's gonna know, oh, they have really slow startup, so if I just drift towards each of them.
It'll be fine.
All right, so we're just going through this hallway. We're gonna go to the second to last boss fight.
This hallway always means problems. There's always something scary at the end of this.
All right.
Or important.
So the first of these 2 boss fights after the scene is Braig. This fight, you'll see us use a D-Link for actual combat purposes. So you'll see that every time I do an air guard and it reflects back at him, my D-Link meter will increase, and we need that. So we just need him to shoot at me. So he's gonna jump up in the air now. I need an air guard, and we're almost full.
Is there any music happening in this fight?
It's like really somber music.
Okay.
All right, so now he's down. So we're just gonna keep on guarding until he does his desperation move, his DM. Goodbye, health bar.
Oh my God.
The reason why we don't do that earlier in the game is because we literally just beat Neverland.
Wow.
And we won't use it for the next fight because we'll have a party member.
And you can't delink with party.
and we can't delink with party members.
Right.
So
Oh, sick.
now we have to go back to the old classic. Time is coming up soon. Once the screen flashes white at the end, I will call time.
Ah, I forgot about this.
So
What is-
we will Fabra Cadabra twice.
Is that Ventus?
Ah,
It is
Vanitas?
Ventus Vanitas.
Ventitus.
Vanitas is what he's usually called.
Oh, because they're.
So whenever Mickey Mouse does that, where it tells me to press the square button, he'll initiate an attack that does no damage. All right, so here when he dives into the air, just like in the last fight, we can do Spellweaver on him and it'll do a lot of damage.
It's like an anti-air.
Yeah.
Don't jump at me.
All right, so we get the Fabras. All right, so now we have to wait a little bit.
Whoa! You. Looks like you just called him out so hard.
All right. So now we're gonna. Ooh,
Oy.
Fabra. All right, time is coming up soon. Oh my God! Time.
Well done.
Timer's still going. Oh wait, no.
That's
Never
his
mind.
lag.
It's
There's lag. All right.
You fool.
Wait
I'm a
for it.
There should be low latency, but it's
Yeah.
it's Wi-Fi and PS4.
Yeah. All right. So that was Kingdom Hearts Birth by
You got
Sleep.
5.
Aqua, any percent level 1 critical. And we ended at 5555. That's a pretty good marathon time.
Pretty good.
I'll take that.
Your IGT is higher than your RTA. What's with that?
Yeah, because IGT starts when you hit new game.
All right.
So the time that we were in the
In the
character
menu?
selection screen.
Right. Okay.
It's also
All right. Great.
That's it.
Cool.
Stay tuned for the next game.